for you.
Okay. Are you finished with RRS then, and he's finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See the clerk to make your payment. Mondays or Fridays?
Either way.
September 1st, be a Friday. See the clerk to make your payment.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Joshua Ellis.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Morning. 08619.
Your Honor, if I may, he's turned an additional 15 hours in this month.
Okay, very good. And you made a payment recently.
Yes, Your Honor.
September 1st for you also.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. 9 o'clock, September 1st. William Gullett, 0972. Okay, Mr. Gull, I want you to go do a urine screen, then I'll have you back out. Decide how we're going to go forward. Christian Holland. Christian Holland has still fines and costs to pay, so called for. Did not appear. We'll get a warrant. That's case number 19375. Stephen Lynch, 18502, has not completed fines and costs. Will be a bench warrant issue. Jeremy Butcher is here, 19483, 19779, and 181259. Very good report, Mr. Richard.
Thank you.
How are things going with your work?
Good.
Good. All right, can you make any payment on your funds?
Yeah, $20.
How much?
20.
20. Okay, well, I'm really proud of the progress you made.
Thank you.
Down really well. I'll set you Does it matter what day of the week?
No, it don't matter.
September 5th. Now, that's going to be a Tuesday because the 4th is a holiday. September the 5th, 9 o'clock. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Leroy Campbell is 12/30/25, 22/59, and 6/27. Okay, you're still working.
Yes, you are.
All right, good report.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a crazy month. I wasn't able to make a payment yet, but I can make a payment today.
Okay, how much are you paying?
$50. Also, I don't have any cash on me. Can I do it online? Because I tried to make a payment this morning, and it said where I have a hearing today, it wouldn't let me. So,
Should be, it's not going to get credit for today.
I know that.
Come
I
on
know.
tomorrow.
okay.
All right, September 1st will be your next hearing. 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Candace Daniels, Justin Doyle, Bryce McMillan, Chad Reynolds, Raymond Gore, Crystal Cooper, and Cody Dement.
Candace Daniels, 18/7/95, is not here and has not completed year one. Justin Doyle, Justin Doyle, are you there? Okay, there's a Justin Doyle showing, but they're not answering, so I'll skip it. Bryce McMillan.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got a report from New Life Recovery, 19/9/57, 19/9/44, 19/1/14. You have any payment on your fines today?
No, sir, I paid $50 on my last check I get paid on
Yeah,
Friday.
7/24.
I'm currently buying a vehicle, so I'm just trying to drop anywhere from 50 to 75 each check. So,
Okay, your next hearing is September 1st, 9 o'clock.
thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Chad Reynolds. Chad Reynolds is RRS.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, if I may, he came and talked to Mr. Major on Friday, and they moved his court date to this coming Friday.
I'm sorry, he moved it to when?
This coming Friday, due to his work schedule.
All right. Looks like he is compliant.
Yes, sir.
So that's August 4th. I'll reschedule his review for August 4th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Crystal Cooper,
Yes.
182/485. You just have to pay fines. Have you got a payment?
Yes, $20.
Okay. Make your payment. I'll set you the next hearing for September 15th. Get it paid off. You don't have to come back.
Okay, thank you.
September 15th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Cody Dement. We're in 2306. So first review hearing. Okay, you've done one day of community service, you've got 9 more to do. You did make a payment, pretty substantial payment on your funds.
I'll make another one today too,
Okay, how much are you paying?
200.
Okay, yours is a newer case, so I'll go further out. I'll set your next hearing for September, does it matter if it's Mondays or Fridays?
No, sir.
September 18th. 9 o'clock. Justin Doyle. Justin Doyle's call for you, hasn't done anything on his case. He's not- All right, Justin Doyle, okay, he's still not answering that. Justin Doyle.
I believe he's on,
He is, but he's not
not
answering.
answering.
It was surrounding it just a minute ago, didn't it?
Damon Ford.
Yes, sir. Morning, sir.
You finished your community service and you got, you did the 3-day school, you just have to pay off the fine.
Yes, sir.
You did make a payment here just recently, so I'll set your next review hearing for September 1st.
Okay.
Pay it off, you don't have to come back.
Okay.
All right, Justin Doyle, I'm just gonna put aside, we'll come back to it later.
Recall William Gollett for review.
All right, acceptable screen for Mr. Gollett. You still have 3 days community service you need to get done,
Okay.
and fines.
I got $40 I'm gonna pay on my fine today.
All right, see the clerk. September 1st is your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Donald Dickus, Lonnie McDonald Jr., Stanton Wolf, Sarah Woods, Denise Faulkner, Taylor Parmenter, Melissa Weaver, Gretchen Smith.
I'm here.
All right, Melissa Weaver is on the screen. She is 16,490. And 10,251. You did make a payment recently, and
Yes.
your community service is done. So, all right, I'll set your next hearing for September 1st,
Thank you.
9 o'clock. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Donald Dickus.
Yes, sir.
Is here. 23-104, 105. Is that Bethesda?
Good or bad?
And they're recommending you do a higher repair. Let's have them do a urine screen here today and see what that shows. So go do a urine screen and come back. They say you're taking a lot of stuff that's not prescribed for you. So let's see what's in your urine. Lonnie McDonald Jr. is not here. Finished paying his fines and costs, so gets a warrant. Stanton Wolf hasn't done anything, is not here, gets a warrant. Sarah Woods is here, 22-326. Is that Bethesda? And you've got something down in Common Pleas too, right?
Yes, and I started community service down there.
Okay. Okay, looks like a good report. You still have community service to do here too, so.
Okay.
And do you have to appear in common pleas for some sort of status hearings?
No, I just go check in with probation.
Adult probation?
Yes.
All right, since they're watching you, I'll give you a little more time to come back here. September 18th, 9 o'clock. Continue with your counseling and get your community service done when you can get time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Denise Faulkner. Denise Faulkner has not appeared, hasn't finished her case. We'll get a benchmark. Taylor Parmenter, 23-189 and 191. She's at legal recovery, is compliant. You did 1 day of community service, you've got 4 more to do.
Yes, I was gonna talk to Major about finding me something I can do with my severe allergies. So I'm gonna see him after this.
All right, go talk to him about that. Are you paying anything on your fines today?
Yes,
How much?
50.
All right. You'll need to see Mr. Major and go to the clerk's office to make your payment.
Yes, sir.
And September 1st will be your next hearing, 9 o'clock. Gretchen Smith. Okay. She called in and said she couldn't be here today, so I'll give her 7 days before a warrant will issue.
State of Ohio recalls Justin Doyle, case number TRC 21225,
All right, Mr. Doyle is on Blue Jeans, appearing by teleconference. And Mr. Doyle, I don't see you've done anything on your case, have you? Can you hear me, Mr. Doyle?
Yeah, I was in a treatment center. Can you hear me?
I can. Where are you now?
I'm in Menlo with my sister, and I just keep working.
You're in where? Where are you?
I think that I'm in Mansfield, Ohio. I completed the treatment center I was at, and I faxed the paper over. I don't know if it's in front of you, but I called this morning and they said you would be able to see it.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet, so hold on, somebody's gonna go check. We'll come back to you once we get that report.
Thank you.
Okay, so that completes the reviews. Other Mr. Doyle will come back to him when I get the report. If you think you missed a review, did get called, go to the clerk's office and check in. If you missed a review before, you're going to get called with the arraignments. All defendants have a right to remain silent. You don't have to make any statements. If you do make statements, what you say is on the record. It can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bond. You have a right to make the state prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Those are the rights defendants have. You waive those rights if you enter a guilty plea or a no contest plea. So you shouldn't do that if you don't understand the proceedings. If you want to talk to a lawyer, or if you want a trial in your case, you need to enter a not guilty plea. Don't enter a guilty plea or a no contest plea because you want to get it over with. That's not a good reason to enter one of those pleas, because it waives all of your rights. If you have questions about your rights, I can go over those with you. I can't be your lawyer though, so if you want a lawyer, if you want to hire one on your own, I don't have to ask you about your income. If you want one appointed, I have to ask about your income, because only people that meet a guideline financially are qualified for court-appointed lawyers. Call the first case.
Your Honor, first of all, we'll recall Justin Doyle.
Okay, we'll do Justin Doyle. We've got-
State of Ohio recalls Justin Doyle.
All right, Mr. Doyle, I do have the certificate of completion from Serenity Now, dated July 5th. You still have fines and court costs to pay.
Yeah, that's why I moved up here to Mansfield with my sister. I just started a job Wednesday. So I'm working 7 days a week at a factory called Commercial Coding. So I should get my first check this Friday, and I can, hopefully, can I make a payment over the phone like with a debit card, or?
You can do it online. Do you have access to a computer? Or a smartphone? The court has a website. You can go to Lawrence County Municipal Court, just Google it, it'll come up. You can make a payment online. You can check on your case at any time. Pull your case up and see what the status is. If you think you missed a hearing, or if you want to know when your next hearing is, you should be able to go on there and check it. There's no excuse for missing hearings. You've got 5 days community service to do. We'll accept, since you live out of the area, you can do it in the area where you live. You were ordered to go to the driver intervention program, so you'll have to do that probably in the county where you live. What county are you living in?
I'm not sure what this county is. Honestly, I'm new to this area, but it's Mansfield, so.
All right, you were ordered to go to the 3-day school. If you want your counseling to take the place of that, I'm going to need more than just a certificate of completion. I need some documentation as what they required you to do to complete that program. They don't give me anything other than say you completed it. I don't know what that entailed. So, all right.
Okay, so I contacted progress reports.
Yes. Yes, I need some detail about what you did during your treatment there. All right, I'm going to set your next hearing for September the 15th. That'll be at 9 o'clock for review. And these hearings will continue until you complete everything you were ordered to do. So as long as you're working toward getting things completed, I'll let you appear by teleconference since you live outside the area. If you don't do anything on your case in the intervening time, you need to show up in person.
Okay, I'm doing outpatient counseling up here now.
Okay.
So I don't know if I can fax something or.
Yeah, that would be good. Are you at the same place you were at before at this Serenity Now?
It's not the same program because they're only located in Portsmouth, so I just switched to a different company, but maybe I can get Ellis Spring back to my previous progress reports, but it'll be like, kind of.
Well, that's if you want. Here's the thing, under Ohio law, if you are sentenced to on operating a vehicle intoxicated charge, I'm supposed to make you go to what's called a driver intervention program. It's a 3-day program. But if you do inpatient treatment and can show me that it was legit and intensive, a lot of times the prosecutor agrees that that can stand for the 3-day program because it's a lot more work than what you would do at the 3-day program. But the burden's on you. If you want credit for the 3-day program, you need to submit something and get credit. And I want to see the outpatient stuff you're doing too. So give me something from your outpatient facility.
Okay. All right, I'll work on that. September 15th.
September 15th, 9 a.m. is your next hearing. Okay.
All right.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Call the first reading.
Your Honor, we do have another review that was set for 7:31, but it didn't show up. It's not.
Okay.
On the list. And it's State of Ohio versus Tiffany Phelps. That's a review. Case number CRB 2268.
All right, Ms. Phillips somehow didn't get on the docket, but she is listed for today, so we'll go ahead and do it now. And you've done all your community service, and it looks
Yes.
like you paid off your fines too. And I've got a report from Brighter Days. Says you've completed a recovery to work program, and you're working full-time. Where are you working?
Goodwill in Huntington.
Okay, very good. I'm going to consider your case completed now. You completed treatment, you're working, so you paid your fines and you did your community service. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Good luck. Thank you.
So now we're ready for arraignments. The bailiff will call the first case.
Stedhog versus Amber Kelly, case number TRC 23-1026, A, B, C, and D.
Ma'am, are you Amber Dawn Kelly?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly, it's alleged that July 27th at 10:15 p.m. in Fayette Township, you were driving a vehicle while you were under the influence of alcohol, that you took a breath test and tested 25 on the breath test. And it's alleged this will be your first offense. On a first offense under Ohio law, the maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, and a 3-year license suspension. That's the most that can happen if you're found guilty. Now, your test score of 25 that the state's alleging is what's considered a high test, so that raises the minimum penalty. On a first offense with a high test score, which is anything above 17, and they're saying you tested 25, the minimum that I'm supposed to do as far as your sentence, 3 days in a treatment program and 3 days in jail, and that 3 days in jail is a result of a high test score. That's added on if it's above 17 test score. $375 fines is the minimum, and a 6-month license suspension is the minimum. The test score of 25, as I said, is above the high test score level of 17. There is a per se level under Ohio law, and that's 0.8 or 8. So if you take a test, a breath test, and test 8 or higher, and this is a big and, the state shows compliance with the rules for giving the test. They have to calibrate the machine, they have to give it in the proper time frame and order. The state can get a presumption that you're impaired by virtue of the fact you test 8 or higher. And they're saying you tested 25, obviously that's higher than 8. Do you understand the OVI charge and the possible penalties?
Yes.
You're also charged with not using a turn signal. That's a minor misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is $150 fine. And you're charged with distracted driving. That's also a minor misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is $150 fine. And there was a leaving the scene charge also. And leaving the scene is a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty, 6 months in jail, and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand these charges?
Yes.
Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
Yes.
How do you plead?
Not guilty. I'm retaining an attorney.
Okay, you want to hire your own lawyer?
Yes.
Have you hired a lawyer at this point?
I have communicated with one. I just have to send them payment.
Okay, who is your lawyer going to be?
I believe it's Finley and Eachus.
Okay.
Yes.
They do practice in this court, so I'll put them down. And I assume they didn't give you a date when they were available. for the
No.
next hearing?
No.
I'll set your next hearing for August the 18th. August 18th is a Friday. It'll be a pretrial at 10 a.m. Not guilty plea is entered. You may sign a $1,000 signature bond. So you're just signing something that says you promise to come to court as ordered. And if you break that promise, you pay a $1,000 penalty, and you get a, worst part is you get a warrant.
Yeah.
So you also have to pay $1,000 as a penalty for not showing up. Just come to court, you won't have to post any money. You are guaranteeing your own appearance.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions, Ms. Kelly?
No.
And there is a, since your test score is above the per se level, at least alleged, an automatic license suspension went into effect.
Yes.
Okay, next hearing, August 18th, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Brian McClellan, case numbers TRD 182552 A through C, TRD 16200, TRD 161,007 A and B, TRD 143549 A and B, TRD 101638 A and B.
All right, Mr. McClellan is here. Looks like he had a hearing on last Monday, and it's alleged you weren't here.
Yeah.
You admit that?
Yes.
Do you have an explanation?
Yeah. My boss of 12 years, he just passed away, and I just now got a new job last week, and he's usually the one that brings me here.
Okay. Are you able to pay anything on your fines?
Yeah, I paid on it.
You did pay today, it looks like. Okay, a warrant actually hadn't been issued. It would have been issued today if you hadn't appeared. Okay, August 25th will be your next hearing,
Okay, thank you.
9 o'clock. You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Terry Fannin Jr., case number CRV 21315, TRD 211131.
Terry Fannin Jr. is here, had a hearing Friday. All right, I want Mr. Fannin to do a urine screen. So go do a urine screen and come back after you get that done.
State of Ohio versus Taylor Bryan, case number CRV 23112, CRV 20112.
Taylor Brian is here, had a hearing on last Monday, was not here. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
You have an explanation?
Yeah, I got the dates mixed up. I thought it was this week.
Okay. I'm not showing you've done any community service for a while. Is that right?
Yeah,
You still owe some.
yeah,
Why can't you get this done?
I can.
All right, is there any reason you can't be here tomorrow? Okay, put her down for tomorrow. You have a payment on your fines?
Not today.
Okay, I expect you here in the morning at 7:30. If you don't show up, I'm going to issue a warrant for you. You're not
Okay.
showing up.
At 7:30?
7:30 on the
Okay.
west side of the building.
Okay.
And I'll set your next hearing for August 25th, 9 o'clock. Okay, no warrant was issued because you came in within 7 days.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Justice Hutchinson, case number CRB 23453. Your Honor, I think there's a companion case. State of Ohio versus Candace Polly, case number CRB 23454.
All right, Mr. Anderson is appearing for arraignment purposes only for today with Candace Pauley, and Mr. Hutchison, you don't have counsel for that.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're both charged with theft from Walmart on July 4th of 2023, which is in Fayette Township, that you attempted to deprive Walmart of property without their consent. It's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you each understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Enter a not guilty plea for Ms. Pauley.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Not guilty.
All right, for Mr. Hutchison also. And do you both wish to be considered for court-appointed lawyers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What's your income? Do either of you have any income?
We're college students.
Yes. A part of the ROTC program as well, sir?
You're not working though?
No, sir.
And you're not either?
No, sir, I'm a full-time college student.
I'll appoint Mr. Steyer with regard to Candace Pauley. I'll have him come in the courtroom. And is Mr. Smith here? Roger Smith. All right, Mr. Smith, this is Justice Hutchison.
Yes.
Charged with a theft offense. I'll appoint you to represent him.
Okay.
Ms. Pauley is a co-defendant. Not guilty plea is entered for both. I'm looking for pre-trials. We could do the 18th of August or really any date after that. August 18th or after.
Judge, I can do the 18th. That's about the only day, well, the 18th or the 25th.
Mr. Steyer?
I'm available both those days as well.
Let's do the 18th then. August the 18th will be the pre-trial for both at 10 o'clock. They both can sign $1,000 signature bonds. Not guilty plea is entered. Any questions or other issues that need to be addressed?
I don't believe so, Judge. I'll speak with my client.
All right. Next hearing is August 18th, 10 a.m. for pre-trial.
You want to wait a little bit? Oh, wait, these are copies.
Okay, we're going to go by teleconference to the jail to do some hearings.
State of Ohio versus Jacob Burchett, case number CRA 23451 and PRC 231027, A, B, and C.
All right. And sir, you are Jacob Burchett.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Burchett's alleged on July 31st of this year, you were operating a vehicle within the state of Ohio while you were under the influence of either alcohol or drugs of abuse, and that you've had 3 prior convictions within the past 10 years. So that makes this a felony of the 4th degree. Maximum penalty for this charge is 1 year in jail, 60-day, okay, I'm sorry, the maximum is 1 year in jail, $10,500 fine, a lifetime driving license suspension, forfeiture of the vehicle if it was titled to you. minimum penalty is 60 days in jail, $1,350 fine, a 3-year license suspension. Do you understand the charge, sir?
Yes, sir.
You're also charged with illegal parking on the highway. That's a minor misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is a $100 fine. Yeah, let me, somebody's on here with an open mic. No, this thing is in jail. Okay. The other charge is driving while you're under an OBI suspension. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine, and there is a minimum penalty on that charge as well. The minimum is 3 days in jail and a $250 fine. Do you understand these charges, Mr. Burchett?
Yes, sir.
You have the money to hire a lawyer?
I do not have the whole.
Are you working?
I am.
Where are you working?
Chesapeake, Village Hall, Road Corner.
You're working for the village?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting paid by the hour?
Yes.
How much per hour?
$12.
$12 an hour?
Yes.
How many hours a week?
32.
Okay, you're eligible for court-appointed counsel now. Who represented you in your last case?
Robert Smith.
Okay, I'll appoint Mr. Smith. He has knowledge of your history. Unfortunately, this is Jacob Burchett on a felony OBI.
Yes, I recognize him.
So I'm going to appoint you, Mr. Smith, to represent him.
Yes, sir.
What's the state's position on bond for Mr. Burchett?
Your Honor, the state would request a $10,000 cash surety bond.
Judge, I'm pretty sure he can't make that. Can I call down to the jail and speak with him and have it recalled?
We'll have it recalled after you've talked to him. I think it may be appropriate to have some bond, but I'd like to have a bond that he can make if he can make any. It's probably not going to be a signature bond. So you want to file?
Yes.
Let the bailiff know when you're ready to discuss it. All right, Mr. Burchett, Mr. Smith is going to call and talk to you, then we'll have you back on teleconference.
Yes, sir.
State of Ohio versus Edward D. Ferris, case number CRA 23440. William LaSalle is on deck.
All right, Edward Ferris this is set for a pretrial today. I thought you were going to post bond, sir. Were you not able to? Oh.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, I see. Your warrant's out of Pickaway County. So, well, actually it says Highland County. So here's what we need to do. I need the prosecutor to come in on this. I've got an Edward Ferris that has a warrant out of Highland County on a Rule 4. He stated a week ago he couldn't post bond. I gave them a week to pick him up. He's still in our jail. Can we have someone from one of your very capable people contact Highland County, find out what the heck is going on here? Are they going to come get him? What's their plans? And we'll recall it. All right, Mr. Ferris, I'm going to do some research on your issues, and then we'll have you back after I find out why Highland County didn't come pick you up the last week. So I'll see you back later today.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus William LaSalle, case number CRB 23452, and Christian Malone is on deck.
All right, sir, are you William LaSalle?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. LaSalle. I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court. This is your arraignment hearing. It's a hearing to make sure you understand the charges filed against you and to take a plea. So before we do that, I want to explain your rights, which you probably have heard many times, but I want to make sure you understand them. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you choose to make statements, though, they can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand those things?
Yes, sir.
The charge against you is domestic violence. It alleges that on July 30th of this year in Perry Township, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Terry LaSalle, and that Terry's either a member of your family or a member of your household. That's why it's a domestic violence charge. Do you understand this charge?
Yes, I do.
How do you wish to plead to the charge?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Do you want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a job?
No.
You have no income right now?
Just Social Security retirement benefits.
How much is that per month?
Right now, I'm only receiving about $450.
Okay, you're eligible for court-appointed counsel. I'll appoint Mr. Stratton. Mr. Stratton is in the court. I'll get him in the courtroom. And Mr. Stratton, this is William LaSalle. He has a domestic violence, first-degree misdemeanor variety charged against him.
Okay.
He's entered a not guilty plea.
Is Terry LaSalle here?
Terry LaSalle. Is there a protection order requested?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. LaSalle, is it any problem for you to stay away from Terry if you're out of jail?
No, I might need to try to figure out a way to make some arrangements to get some of my belongings.
Okay.
But I imagine we can come up, my attorney could assist me to come up with some sort of a plan for how to do that without having to actually have personal contact with it.
Your Honor, I don't know if he has any family that can go over and get his stuff, or if he can go there with the deputy sheriff to get one time to get his stuff.
I don't think we can get the deputies to do that. So, I have no problem with a third party. I'm going to order you stay away from her. You can't go there and get your stuff. You have to stay away from her. If you can get it done without causing a breach of the peace with a third party, that's okay. I don't want there to be another incident before we come back to court.
Right.
You have another place to stay other than with her?
Not yet, because it was a dramatic surprise.
Well, but I mean, do you have a potential place to stay other than with her, other than the jail?
If I need to, I can either stay at home or shelter, or if I can just maybe take me to it, I'd probably sleep in my car.
Okay, well, maybe we need to come back pretty quick.
This Friday? I mean, or it's about as quick as we can come back.
Okay, let me look.
I mean, I'm not gonna run off, but I mean, I'm just saying it's difficult.
All right, let's do it. Do you have contact information for Terry, Mr. Hill?
Well, we've got an address. I don't see phone numbers.
You would think phone
Oh,
numbers.
here's one. I found the phone number.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set it for this Friday for a pretrial. So you need to be, I'm going to let you sign a signature bond, Mr. LaSalle, and you have to sign a protection order, which is in order for you to stay away from Terry. That means you don't go around her, you don't contact her, you don't post stuff about her on social media, okay? The whole idea is I want things to calm down, not stir back up and cause another fire. So let's just keep it calm. Okay, good.
Your Honor, could we get a phone number from him?
Do you have a phone number where you can be reached, Mr. LaSalle?
Yes, sir, I do.
This is for your attorney. You want to give it to him?
Sure, 740 442 0948.
Okay, I'm going to release you from jail on a signature bond, which means you're promising to come to court this Friday or pay a $1,000 penalty and you get a warrant if you don't show up. And you're promising to stay away from Terry. And that hearing is going to be at 10 a.m. this coming Friday at the court in Chesapeake. You know where that is?
I do.
Okay. Any questions, sir?
No, I think everything's under control.
All right, we'll see you Friday at 10 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Christian Malone, case number CRB 23455. Elizabeth Albright on deck.
Christian Malone. Ma'am, are you Christian Malone? Ms. Malone, I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court. This is your arraignment hearing, which we are obviously doing by teleconference. Everything that's said here is being recorded. You don't have to say anything. You can remain silent if you wish to. But if you do make statements, what you say can be used against you if you admit something that's damaging to the case. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes.
The state's alleging that on July the 30th of this year, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Mary Thompson, and that Mary's either a member of your family or a member of your household. It's a domestic violence charge, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000. Do you understand that charge?
I believe so.
How do you wish to plead to this charge?
Innocent.
Do you wish to have a lawyer appointed to represent you?
No, thank you.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
I'm in the leash already, I don't have an answer.
Well, it's a good idea for you to have a lawyer, so I'm just trying to help. If you think you have enough money, you can hire one of your own. I'm not going to ask any more questions, but if you don't have money to hire a lawyer, I can appoint a lawyer for you, and it would be a good idea if you had a lawyer.
I can take care of it on my own, thank you.
Okay?
I mean, I can afford a lawyer on my own is what I meant to say.
I understand. What's the state's position on bond?
Which case is this, Your Honor?
Krisha Malone, domestic violence.
We're not opposed to an OR bond as long as Ms. Malone is able to stay clear of Mary Thompson until we learn more about the case and come to a conclusion. We're going to ask for a protection order too.
Yeah, Ms. Malone, do you have a place where you can go and stay other than the household of Mary Thompson?
I do.
Okay. I'm going to release you on a signature bond, which is your promise to come to court. So it'll be a $1,000 signature bond with a protection order. So you're ordered to stay away from Mary Thompson while the case is pending. You understand that and agree with us?
I work from home, and they have my work equipment.
Okay, well, is there a third party that can get your equipment for you?
I'll look into it.
Okay. Well, and I take it that Mary Thompson's not here today.
I didn't think she would be.
Your Honor, if you wouldn't mind looking at the affidavit,
I did see it.
there's some issues here, it looks to me like. Whether it's substance abuse or mental health or both.
I wish I would have been tested yesterday for alcohol and drugs, because that is untrue.
I don't agree with it, but that's fine. I don't know.
I've overcome great hardship personally, and I'm working through it. It's a loss of family, no further.
Are you under the treatment of any medical care providers now?
I am. I have a counselor helping me through the loss of my family. I love everything.
And who would that counselor be?
Dr. Schultz, Barbara Schultz.
Okay, I'm familiar with Dr. Schultz.
I have just had an accident on my left dog and fell in my face.
Why don't we do, can we have someone contact the family and see what the position is on bond?
Yes, we will.
Okay. Ms. Malone, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have the prosecutor call your family and see what they want to see happen on the bond. And after we get their input, then I'll have you back out and we'll talk about it again. I'm not going to decide right now until we get their input.
I would encourage the courts to think or take into perspective who this information is coming from.
Well, it's,
Check with my doctor and check with,
as I understand the situation, ma'am, this is you're an adult. This is your parents' home. They're adults. So if they want you there, I'm okay with that. If they don't want you there, I'm going to work to stay away because you have no right to live in their home.
I was moving out, I'm moving out.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We'll get some more information and then we'll talk about it after we get their input.
What do I do now?
Just go back and we'll recall you to come before the court after we get some further information.
State of Ohio versus Elizabeth Albright and Jacob Burchett is on that.
All right, Elizabeth Albright, we're trying to get her commended reads. Is that going to be able to happen?
Yes, I done a phone assessment with her over the phone, and they're going to accept her.
Okay, great. So, and with her, I ordered an ankle monitor, and that should happen today, I believe.
Yes.
I'll see, Your Honor. I'll have to make some phone calls, but I'll do my best.
All right, Miss Albright, I've got a place for you to go. I think that's going to happen today, and you will work with probation to get the ankle monitor replaced and then pick her up today.
Yes.
I believe that's true, Your Honor. I remember this case now from Friday.
Yeah, I put it on the docket today just to make sure it happened. today because the bed wasn't available today. So, oh, this is Mr. Morford's case. And he did contact me. He had a hearing this morning.
And this was already waived.
Okay, so it's waived to the grand jury, so we don't need another hearing here. I just didn't want her sitting in jail, not knowing what was going to happen to her. So it looks like things are in place for her to go to amended reads. The case will be transferred to common pleas for the grand jury.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Jacob Burchett, case number CRA 23451, TRC 231027, A, B, and C.
This is Mr. Smith's case, and we're letting him talk with Mr. Burchett before we decided on bond.
Yes, Judge, I spoke with Mr. Burchett. His mother's able to post a bond, but she has limited funds. He believes she'd come up with a $2,500, maybe a $3,000 bond. I think that, and Mr. Sowers is willing to post the bond. I think that would ensure his appearance here next Monday or this Friday, whenever we set it.
Yeah, I'm assuming you still want the $10,000?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Burchett, I'm going to let you out on a $3,000 cash or surety bond, but with the strict order that you are not to be operating a motor vehicle and you're not to consume alcohol while you're out on bond. You are allowed to go to work, and your job is where? Say that again.
Your Honor, he works for the street department.
Oh, Chesapeake, that's right. Okay. Further restriction is you're not allowed to leave the state of Ohio. So, no alcohol
And
or drugs. No alcohol or drugs.
I'm here this Friday or Monday, Judge, for the prelim.
Don't leave the state. No driving. And bond is $3,000 cash assured.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sorry, when did you say?
I said this Friday or Monday, I'm here for the prelim.
State have a preference?
No, Your Honor.
Actually, Friday's August a little bit better. State can be ready then?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, August 4th will be the preliminary hearing and pre-trials. 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, just to note about the jail, we'll be recalling Edward Ferris and Christian Malone soon.
Okay, we'll be coming back for Malone and Ferris when we get the information we need.
State of Ohio recalls Terry Fannin Jr., case number CRB 2115, TRD 211131.
Okay, it's a good screen. Good job. Okay, I'll set your next hearing for August 25th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Donald Dickus on recall, case number CRA 23104, CRB 23105.
Okay, you say you have a prescription for oxycodone?
Yes, sir.
You have it with you?
No.
Who's it prescribed by?
Marshall.
Who's
Yeah,
the
Marshall University, Dr. Rupp.
Rupp?
Rupp.
R-U-P-P?
David. Yes, sir. David Rupp. I mean, I could bring the bottle in, I think you guys know. Bethesda does anyhow, I mean, they've seen the bottle and everything.
Yeah, anything about
I know he has some prescriptions, I believe, oxycodone is one.
See if I might have a picture of it on here.
That's a family practice physician.
Orthopedics or not orthopedics, whatever it is.
A.P. Rupp, family practice physician, Huntington, West Virginia.
I took it off. With Michelle.
You have an injury?
Michelle, seen it. Yeah, my back and shoulders are messed, man. Car accident, motorcycle accident. Rough life.
Okay, I want to see, and can you follow up on that too?
Absolutely.
On the prescriptions? August the 18th will be your review hearing, and I want to see that prescription. Okay, August the 18th, 9 o'clock.
Michelle's already got it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, we have some pre-trials to start now.
State of Ohio versus Corey A. Cordell, case number TRC 23906, A, B, and C.
All right, Corey Cordell is Mr. Smith's case.
Judge, this is a July 3rd arrest. The tests are partially back. It's a urine test. It was negative for alcohol. As I understand it, they have not completed the test for drugs yet. If we could come back maybe August 18th.
Mr. Hill.
We don't oppose that. The time doesn't run until the early part of October, so.
August 18 will be the pre-trial at 10 o'clock.
August 18th at 10 o'clock. And I'll call you once I get those results. August 18th at 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Joseph M. Simmons, case number CRB 226580.
This is Mr. Smith's case. That's a good report. Looks like he's finishing up with you.
Yes, sir.
August 18th.
Yes, sir.
What's the plan then after that, Mr. Fernandez?
Continue working, and I was just accepted into CDL school.
Okay, good.
So,
How's the state want to proceed?
I am making out a continuance form to have him come back whenever it's deemed appropriate, and hopefully he continues to make progress. Sounds like he's doing good.
He's doing great.
That's good to know.
Looks like the 18th he graduates, I could come back the 25th. And make sure he graduates.
Next hearing is August 25th for pretrial, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Smith, case number CRB 22-741, A and B.
Roger Smith's case. Is it Riverside? Seems like Mr. Smith keeps promising us better reports, but it doesn't,
Sir,
it's ever happening.
this, I had to go out of town for work. Three of us were fired from the job I was working, and I had to find another job immediately because I was about to lose my home. And I found my uncle's friend's building a house in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I went and wired it for him. It's a 2-story house, and it was only supposed to be a couple days. It took a little longer than expected, but if I didn't do that, I would have lost my house. I tried to hurry the best I could, but it took a minute.
How's the state want to proceed?
The state wants Mr. Smith to get a good report. Understanding that in the real world, sometimes there are emergencies that happen, money that's needed in order to maintain a household or whatever. But you know, the circumstances of this, even though the charges are not extremely high as far as potential punishment, the circumstances were troubling for this young man. The way that we found him when he first came into court, and we want to make sure that he is in a good situation where he won't repeat this behavior in the future. So we want him to continue. I don't know whether the counseling agency wants to keep him in their program or not, but
I will say this much, sir. Now that I have all my house problems taken care of, I would say I'm a lot better mindset to participate more, because I was constantly struggling and it was really heavy on me. And but now I got everything settled, my house is paid off, and everything that I was stressing about is taken care of. And I believe I'll be a better candidate for it now.
Mr. Glenn?
I'm fine with him coming back to treatment.
All right, so we keep looking for better reports, and you're promising it's going to happen this time.
Yeah, I have nothing to worry about, nothing to go work for, to take care of anything. So I can now focus on my recovery to my 100% now. I was only going about 20%.
August 25th, you're here that day, but August 25th.
Thank you, sir.
Get it worked in, all right?
Yeah, I'm not stressing about that.
After your job is to get this done.
Now I don't have that job. I'm just planning on working until I get out of
State of Ohio versus Roger Meadows,
Until
case
I
number
decide to
CRB
focus on myself.
23-343.
Get a good report. That's it. All right, Chris.
Mr. Smith's case, pretrial.
There is a, excuse me, co-defendant, Your Honor, that Mr. Steyer has, Heidi Meadows.
What's the name on it?
Heidi Meadows.
Heidi Meadows, Mr. Scott.
State of Ohio, Heidi Meadows, case number CRB 23341.
Mr. Steyer's case.
Is this the one where Heidi's going to plead guilty? We plan on it, but this is not a pro quo.
I think it was, but I just want to make sure it was, I'm not going to have a plea, this was another one.
I understand. I understand.
Your Honor, I think the state may have a motion regarding one of the cases.
Your Honor, we've reviewed the evidence in this matter, and we feel that we can go forward on the case involving Heidi Meadows, and we intend to pursue that. The case against Roger Meadows is very questionable, and we would be inclined to dismiss that charge.
Without objection, Your Honor.
All right, the case number 23343 involving Roger Meadows is dismissed by the state based on its review of the evidence.
Your Honor, Ms. Meadows is at this time prepared to enter a plea of no contest with stipulation of facts sufficient to support a finding of guilty.
Is that correct, Ms. Meadows?
Yes.
And discussions with the state, we had, we're making a recommendation of suspended jail time, 30 hours community service, $150 fine, an order to stay out of Walmart, and probation in the court's discretion.
All right, I'm wanting to do urine screen first, and then I'll decide what the sentence should be after that. Let's do a urine screen.
You have a prescription?
Yes. Yes.
All right. She anticipates that she'll be positive for Suboxone, but she says she has a prescription, but didn't bring it with her, but obviously we can work with that. So, okay, just, who's gonna?
They just want to.
Taylor went out.
Go with them. I'll take you. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Lee Kipp, case number CRB 23211 and CRB 21914.
Mr. Stratton's case set for pre-trial.
File back here with work. I got you paying $80.
It's going to pay $80 today, Your Honor.
Gonna have another payment in by the end of the week.
Okay. I think, how much have we paid so far?
Probably the fourth of it.
Fourth of it?
Yeah, we're gonna start knocking it down. It's summertime. We got quite a bit of bonds going.
Okay.
I'll give most 6 today.
Your Honor, he's going to pay 80 today. We got about a fourth of it done. He's going to pay some more at the end of the week. So that's where he's at.
Okay, this is on 21-9-14 where there was some restitution issues.
Yes, it's restitution.
Okay, so we'll just continue it.
Yes.
Do you have a preference as to the date?
Anytime on a Friday would be awesome.
Yeah.
If it's all right, if it's good for you guys.
You know, we could probably put it out in September if you want. You could probably have it paid by then, right?
Yeah, most of it, yes, sir.
September the 8th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
City Clerk, make your payment.
there's another case too.
I'll
This,
put them both on. Yeah, 23, that is a violation of protection orders. Is there action that needs to happen on that?
well, I believe he was going to go to treatment. I think he's already been engaged in.
I've already been through anger
Yeah,
management.
that's all been taken
That's all
care of.
done.
Yeah, they
everything's-
filed the papers to get rid of them.
Yeah, everything is done. All we're doing is restitution. We've been back a few times on this, and all we've been doing is paying on restitution. So everything's been resolved.
I was here at the beginning of the month and brought a slip in showing where she had been to Ironton to dismiss. I guess she was in the process of dismissing. Mr. Stratton wasn't available at the time. And you gave me the court date for today.
continue with them.
Okay, we'll continue with them.
All right, continue to, both cases will continue to September 8th.
All right.
With free terms.
Just pay that, $80.
See the clerk to pay your restitution.
State of Ohio versus Terry Aldridge, case number CRB 33304, TRC 23544, A and B.
And this is Mr. Steiner's case.
Your Honor, you may recall we briefly discussed this matter in chambers. I have filed a motion to suppress. The state has looked at that. At this time, I think it would be necessary that we set this for a hearing. Whatever time and date, as long as I don't have a trial or something, is fine. So whatever date's good for the court to put evidence on. I know that's a little trickier than just getting a pre-trial in.
August 14th.
I'm here that day. That day will work.
And I'm probably going to ask Judge Hall to hear that motion. I'll set it at noon. Set for a hearing on the motion for August 14th at noon.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Yes, and the case number, yes.
State of Ohio recalls Heidi Meadows, case number CRB 23341.
All right, she tested only for buprenorphine. She says she has a prescription, so you need to see that at some point. I'll go ahead and sentence her as if she does have a prescription. Where are you going, where do you get your?
Baysdale in Ironton.
All right. This is case number 23341.
I could show on my phone from the pharmacy.
That would be good.
Okay.
You can show it to Mr. Hugh.
Okay. Okay.
And you confirm, Mr. Hugh?
Yes, Your Honor. It appears that she had that prescription on the day of the arrest.
All right, I'll impose a $100 fine. Court costs. 10 days in jail suspended. 5 days community service, 30 hours community service. 2 years probation, level 4, order to stay out of Walmart. Review hearing on January 29th of 24 at 9 a.m.
If you get everything done before that day, you don't have to be here, otherwise you're gonna be here at 9 a.m. Before you leave, you wait, the probation officer.
State of Ohio recall Edward Ferris at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 23440.
All right, on Edward Ferris, there's been contact with Highland County. They requested an extension to August the 2nd by 10 a.m. So I'll grant that. I think that's a reasonable request. So I'm going to put Mr. Ferris back on my docket for August the 4th. Hopefully by then he'll already be gone. That's just a check to make sure he is gone. I grant the extension, and I don't know if they were wanting confirmation of that, but you can communicate to them that they have until August 2nd at 10 a.m. to pick up Mr. Ferris.
State of Ohio recalls Krisha B. Malone, case number CRB 23455.
This was a case where the state was going to try to get a hold of the family because this is daughter and mother, domestic violence. Daughter was living with the mother and father in their home. See what their feelings were on protection order and bond.
Our parents don't want her there for the time being, but they have some grave concerns about her use of alcohol and her mental health issues. And they said this is a common occurrence in the household every day. So I don't know whether she needs maybe some more intervention. They don't want her there, so I don't know where if she has a place to go, first of all, and she does already, we know she has a doctor, I guess, for her mental health issues. So we just have some concerns about her well-being.
Right, Ms. Malone, we have confirmed your parents do not want you to live in their home, so I'm going to order you to stay away from there while this case is pending. Do you have a place to go to?
I do. I have been fully evaluated by my doctor. I asked that if I could even do blood work to show what I do take, what I have been taking, and that I have not been drinking. It's quite the opposite. I was in the process of moving out on medication last night. So I do have a place to go, and that's what I was trying to show the officer when they asked me what had happened. Instead of me verbally talking, I went into my desk to show him the paperwork where I worked at a place to go there in Martinsville, and also show him the medication that I'm on to prove that I have been drinking. And I take my medication, which is an Ambien as well, and actually my dad dumped it into my furnace because I did the ultimate disrespect. I did take this last year, and he switched with me yesterday, and I didn't even drink at all. So I wish I would have had blood work done. I had an appointment with my doctor on Friday, and she said, you know, the only thing wrong with you is people tell there's something wrong with you. I've been evaluated, and I ask that you don't judge based on what my mom says or my father. Because this whole issue is not about me, it's about them too, and they put me in a spot. I would never touch my mother, ever. And my father knows that. I'm not the one doing the touching.
All right, well,
My father physically abused me 3 weeks ago, and I have proof of it.
all right. My only concern is about whether you could go back to the home or not. They don't want you there, so I'm going to order you to stay away. And you say you have another place to go to, so that's what you'll need to do is find another place to go to, stay away from them. And you want to hire your own attorney. You don't want me to appoint a lawyer.
Right.
Okay, how much time do you think you need to hire a lawyer?
At this moment, I'm in a complete state of shock, and I just need, more than anything, to take the time to process exactly what has happened.
Well, I can understand that, but I need to know, do you think you can have a lawyer in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? How long do you think it will take you to make those arrangements?
2 weeks.
Okay? So that's August the 14th. That's when I'll set your next hearing. August the 14th for a pretrial at the court in Chesapeake. Do you know where the court is in Chesapeake?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you need to be here then, unless your lawyer tells you they've made arrangements for a different date. You have to be here August 14th. If your lawyer gives you a different date, you come to the date the lawyer says they've made arrangements for the next hearing. I'm letting you sign a signature bond, but I'm ordering that you stay away from your mother. She's the complaining party, so you can't go around her or contact her. Do you understand that?
Completely.
Be here at the court in 2 weeks, which is August the 14th at 10 o'clock.
I will be there.
Okay, you're going to get out of jail here shortly. You're welcome, and that finishes us up at the jail. You're welcome, thank you.
State of Ohio versus Shane C. Blanton, case number CRB 2853, CRB 2715, CRB 2602, CRB 2690, CRA 17788. He is in the Scioto County Jail. Mr. Steyer is my attorney here.
I was his attorney on at least some of those underlying cases. I don't think I was on all of them. My name appeared on the docket. I don't think I've been reported on this. I think these are pre-trials on review matters.
Correct.
But I am aware that he is in the Scioto County Jail.
Now,
Rogers.
as a result of something Scioto County
No.
did for us,
No, he has a case pending in common pleas court that Mr. Smith represents him on that is of a nature that they don't feel that they can safely house him in Lawrence County, so they've moved him to Scioto County.
It's set for a pretrial on August 16th, Your Honor.
Okay, so maybe we could come
Common
back
pleas.
on the 18th for this.
I would assume they're gonna bring him down to the court and take him back to Scioto because they're not gonna be able to safely hold him for 2 days in Lawrence County. I just don't know that there's gonna be a date he's available on a Monday or a Friday in the upcoming, or in the near future.
And you're not here on the 18th anyway, are you?
The 18th, yes, I am the 18th and 20th.
Well, why don't we just put it on that docket, that way, at least we can track it, get
Right.
some more information. You should know more then than you know today, correct?
I can advise the court what happened on the 16th at that point, sure.
Okay, August the 18th will be the next hearing for Mr. Blank. These are pre-trials on review. August 18th.
State of Ohio versus Matthew A. Hoff, case number CRB 23385.
I've got an offer for you, which is 10 days in jail suspended in order to stay away from the complaining party. So this would be an order to stay away. This would basically be 10 days in jail suspended if you showed up back, you get 10 days. And you can pay court costs.
Well, if I show it back at the property, I'll.
Right. Well, you pay court costs anyway.
Yeah, I understand.
So do you want to do this, or?
I guess, full cost and stay away, that's it.
Well,
All
10
right,
days
one of these
suspended.
is Mr. Hoff,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
and the other gentleman,
This is my father, he was,
he needs to have a seat.
You gotta go back behind the bar. Your Honor, based on pretrial discussions, the state has made an offer on this matter. This is a 4th-degree misdemeanor. I think the main goal of the state is separation between the parties. So the state has made an offer that in exchange for a guilty plea, they would agree to 10 days in jail suspended and an order to stay away. In the meantime, the alleged victims, well, it's not really victims because it's a disorderly conduct, but the individuals that the state wants him to stay away from have apparently gotten a civil protection order anyway. So I think it may to some degree be a moot point, but I think it is.
It's in review, right?
Oh, well, okay, it's been filed, so I guess, so it does matter, at least in the short term. But we'd be willing to do that. We'd be willing to enter a plea of guilty in exchange for a joint recommendation of 10 days in jail, all suspended, to probation, and an order to stay away.
Is that correct, Mr. Hall?
And I don't know the individual's name that would need to be in that order, but I think the state has that.
Kimberly Sparks is the complaining party.
So is that correct, Mr. Hoff? You wish to change your plea to guilty?
Yes, sir. Is there any way I can work off the court costs for community service?
Before I send you that, I want you to go to the screen. Mr. Cooper, can you approach?
So we're going to do a pre-trial on that day.
Will you call Mr. Hoff after he screens?
State of Ohio versus Haley E. Johnson, case number TRC 23656 A and B.
This is Mr. Steyer's case set for pre-trial.
And Your Honor, I think again, you'll recall we discussed this case extensively in chambers. I believe the state may have a motion.
This is the one that's on the probable cause issues, isn't it?
Yes,
Your Honor, yes, we reviewed this thoroughly, actually even spoke to the trooper about the whole situation, and we've determined that there would be a serious doubt as to whether we could prove the case by proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
All right, based on the state's review of the evidence and questioning whether there was actually probable cause to stop the defendant, I'll allow the case to be dismissed.
Thank you.
You're right.
Thanks. You too.
State of Ohio versus Cody Lucas, case number TRC 23708 A, B, and C. Did not check in, Your Honor.
This is Mr. Steyer's case, pre-trial on motion.
Your Honor, I didn't actually, I guess I didn't realize I had a motion. I need to get done on this one. I haven't filed one. Mr. Lucas isn't here though, apparently. I would ask if we could set it for another pretrial, or for that matter, I guess we made just 7 days for him to appear.
What's the state's position?
We're not opposed to a short continuance. We need a
Do you
time.
still intend to, that was my note, is that correct?
Your Honor, I had about 4 of these that I did these motions on right in a row, and I think I maybe lost track of one, and I apologize for that. I would ask for a continuance to a date that the court, it's convenient for the court at this point, since it's, I'm basically just my blunder that's causing this, so whenever you want me to come back with it, and then I'll file, if I get a motion I'll put together, I'll file it before then, and we can pre-try it that day.
The 18th?
I'm here that day, Your Honor, and I'll attempt to contact Mr. Lucas and make sure and secure his appearance.
Okay, pre-trial motion, August 18th, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Keith P. Cremines, case number CRA 23420, CRB 23431.
Mr. Steyer's case. Mr. Cummings, is that Bethesda?
Yes, sir.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
I don't know, hang on just a second.
Okay, it's a good report.
Thank you, sir.
Good job. We're just getting started, it looks like. But you got a good start.
Still got a good ways to go.
August 28th?
I'm available that day, Your Honor.
August 28th will be your next hearing. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Your
I
Honor.
think things are going to be great.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good job.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Jessica L. Johnson, case numbers CRA 22156, CRB 22157, CRD 22545.
Judge, this is the lady who kept appearing from Savannah, Georgia, on blue jeans. I did get an email that she's graduated, which was the 30th or 29th? Within the last week.
21st, I graduated of July.
Okay, and
Okay,
she's
so
good.
you're back here now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and she did print out the email. I've got it on my phone, but she's got a copy of it. If I may approach for the court's phone.
Yeah, I've read it.
And I've emailed it to Mr. Duke.
What's the plan now?
I'm residing in Huntington. I'm actually working still with the mission. We're doing out-of-town work in Philly and Boston. We're working with mission. So we're getting income coming in as well for about the first month and a half. But we're residing in Huntington, working on getting our kids back, working on the house.
Where are you living now?
I'm living in Huntington.
Well, I understand that, but too.
In 1137 Norway Avenue.
Is that a family?
Yes, yes.
Family
friend's house.
member
Yes.
of yours?
Yeah, it's mine and my fiance's house.
Okay. What's the name of your fiance?
Calvin Johnson.
So that's somebody you knew before?
Yes.
And so you're not actually married, but you took his name at some point?
We were married and we're getting back together.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I think at this point it'd be appropriate to do a urine screen and then go from there. So let's have her do a urine screen today.
Sure thing.
State of Ohio versus Timothy A. Keating, case number CRA 23300.
Yeah, Prince, Your Honor.
This is Mr. Smith's case, Roger Smith. Timothy Keating, preliminary hearing. Yes. Okay, it's a good report. And is he with QRT? Okay.
Yes,
Do you have
sir.
a report?
He's compliant with QRT.
Okay. All right, very good. They've been at it about a month now, right?
Yes, sir.
So, good start. How's the state want to proceed with
We don't oppose to a further continuance to allow him to get further into his treatment.
it? And keep it here at this
Yes,
this
sir.
level?
Yes.
All right, well, since QRT is monitoring, I don't feel like I have to have him back as often. So, why don't we go into September?
Yes, sir. Here the 15th of September. I could be here the 8th as well. I've got a civil case in Huntington at 9 with Judge Howard, but I could be over here the 8th or 15th. And I've got some other dates if either one of those work.
I'm just trying to get September, I think I've changed.
Okay.
Get it up to September.
Looks like the 15th might be better for me.
All right, September 15th. And Mr. QRT will notify me if there's a problem. We can have you back in sooner, but as long as things are going well, I'll see you on the 15th.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Matthew A. Hoff, case number CRB 23385.
All right, he tested positive for alcohol. Okay. And that seemed to be the root of the problem when this happened, too. And you live here in Chesapeake?
Yes, right now I'm staying at Travelers Motel. I'm trying to stay local because I had all these court cases, and I wanted to make sure I came.
Where are you from originally?
Chesapeake.
Okay. Where in Chesapeake?
I've lived all up and down this road right here in Chesapeake.
Okay, so close by this.
Yeah, well, I don't live near them at all. I live down here at Travelers Motel right now. I'm currently trying to get a job, and I'm buying a vehicle here in a couple weeks.
Okay. What kind of work do you usually do?
I do remodeling usually. I was going out to Missouri and doing full remodels.
What's Kimberly Sparks? What's she, your ex-girlfriend or?
Oh, God, no.
It's a neighbor.
It was a neighbor, Your Honor.
I'm sorry.
One of the issues that Ms. Sparks brought to our attention is that Mr. Hoff was not supposed to be living in the vicinity of a school because of a prior court order, and that he was there where he was before. So,
It wasn't the,
No,
sorry.
you don't speak to that.
I'm sorry.
so I don't know, I'm hoping that he's not at that location anymore.
No, he's staying at Travelers
Right down the
Motel
street.
now.
Okay, well, where's Mr. Gwynn? Is he still around? There he is. All right, I'm going to refer Mr. Hoff to you. You're within walk, you can walk to RS for, there's issues of alcohol issues, so I want him evaluated for that. I'll make that part of his order. Since you're not working, I'll give you a $50 fine, but I'll suspend it on the condition that you do the other stuff I order you to do.
Now, would you allow me to do court costs on
I'll let you work court costs off. Where are you to Riverside for evaluation? It's alcohol is the issue. 10 days in jail, all suspended on the condition that you do these other things. Was there any community service?
We didn't discuss that, Your Honor, no.
Take a position on that, Your Honor.
All right, I'll pass on the community service. I just want you to get the evaluation. And if they set you up for sessions, then that's what you need to do. He tested positive for alcohol today. Next, your first review hearing. August 25th.
9 o'clock.
you also need to check in with Mr. Major, 2 years of level 4 probation.
Thank you.
You are.
State of Ohio recalls Jessica Johnson, case number CRA 22156, CRA 22157, CRD 22545.
Okay, she has clean screen, that's very good. How do you pay for medical services?
I reapplied for a West Virginia medical card.
Okay. And you said you're living on Norway Avenue?
Yes, sir.
Where on Norway?
Are you familiar where Walmart is?
I ran Norway Avenue today. I know where, is it close to Fatima Church?
I think it's the longest road in Huntington. It starts at the foot of 20 Street Hills and goes behind Walmart.
Yeah, we're close to right behind Walmart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Easiest way to say it.
So, is that Valley Health right there? Or is there Valley Health?
There is.
On Route 60 right there?
There is near yes.
Within walking distance, I don't know where you are. Okay, I think we need some follow-up.
Okay.
I mean, she's got a felony pending.
We agree, Your Honor, and I know there's been a question in the past because the treatment facility was in Georgia, I believe, and we weren't familiar with it, but
And she went rogue on this. I mean, she did all this on her own. She didn't get court approval or anything. She just went there and did it. So Valley Health is an agency that works with the court. I'll order you to go there and for evaluation and treatment, and you need to be honest with them about why you're there. You're there because you have a felony possession charge.
Okay. Yes, sure.
So you can tell them about what you've done as far as treatment and everything between now and then, but I want some kind of follow-up. So I'm trying to get you in a place that's close and where you can won't have problems getting in there.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's one of the facilities we work with. Okay, so let's come back in August 25th.
25th, it's a little less than a month. I can do that.
I'm actually, can I do it when I'm Blue Jean? I'll be out of town for work until the 4th of September, by chance.
Who are you working?
I'm working with the Mission Teens. We will be out of town up in Philly and be in Boston as well. It's for income for our house, but we'll be doing parking for people, security, just,
I'm here September 8th, Judge. You're back the 4th of September?
yeah.
The 8th of...
When are you going to get this evaluation done? When are you leaving town?
We'll be in and out of town, but I'll call and make an appointment for the few days that we are in town to get it set up.
When do you leave?
We leave this weekend, and then we'll be still in town for about a week and a half, and then we'll be leaving up to go to Jersey.
You have time to get to evaluation before you leave?
I will call them,
Okay.
and
Is this for this Savannah mission thing?
it's for the Mission Teens Incorporated. It's through Norma, New Jersey.
Is it associated with the same place
Yes.
where you were in Georgia?
Yes. And I can provide documentation of us going there as well.
Okay, well, I want you to get in there and I want to have a hearing at some point.
Yes, sir.
And when is it you say you'll be back?
We'll be back that following Monday, September 8th, 7th or 8th. I'm not sure which.
Well, the 8th is a Friday.
Okay, so,
The 11th is a Monday.
okay.
And how long are you back when you're back?
I'm sorry, what was that?
When you come back, will you be back here for some period of time?
Yes, Your Honor.
I could do the
Yeah.
15th, Judge, of September as well. She gets back the 11th.
All All right, I'll make it September 15th. Okay, your case is still pending, so.
Okay, absolutely. I'll call them when I leave here.
Okay, that's all.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Roger.
State of Ohio versus Dustin Branham, case number CRB 12-1046. Dustin Branham.
I'm looking at Mr. Sauer's text change. I think you texted something about this. Okay, Dustin Brand, they moved from the residence I have on file. He says they met with and retained Brian Cummings. I haven't heard anything from Brian Cummings.
Did he say Dustin Thompson?
So let's pass this and I've texted Mr. Sowers. Oh, you enter it here?
I'm not sure if it shows on the document.
Okay, I'll text him also. Okay, I'll pass on Brand until we see if we get a response from Mr. Sowers and Mr. Cummings.
State of Ohio versus John F. Wright, case number CRB 23-113. Do not check in.
Your Honor, he is in Columbus. He has medical appointments. I spoke with Mr. Hill. His hearing in front of Judge Bowder is now August 17th. It's an alleged probation violation, so we have to resolve that before he can enter any type of plea here. I asked him to be continued to the 25th of August, if that's okay. I've got an entry to that effect prepared.
We're okay with that.
State agrees, yes. Your entry is approved. August 25th will be the next hearing.
I'll let him know.
It'll be a sentencing.
State of Ohio versus Julianne Pritchard, case number CRB 14-468, CRB 11-365, CRB 957. Julianne Pritchard did not check in, Your Honor.
All right, Julianne Pritchard's been called for, hasn't appeared. Warrant issued for failure to appear.
State of Ohio versus Jennifer Collins, case number TRC 194073.
This is Mr. Stratton's case, sentencing.
Do we have fines and costs or just costs?
She did make a payment today. She has a bond up now.
Oh, no, Friday.
She still has community service to do.
No, I finished it, sir.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah, we finished that last time.
You know if that's true? Community service for Ms. Collins?
I would have to check, Your Honor.
Okay.
What is her balance, do we know?
I'm showing 297.
We're just about there.
Just about, getting there.
Need to check on the community service.
She can step into the probation officer and let her know.
Yeah, we addressed that, I thought it was last time, but maybe the time before that. She did complete it, but she'll step in there to confirm that, so.
September 1st?
Yes.
September 1st will be your next hearing
Thank you.
for sentencing, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus John Barker, case number CRB 23404. Did not check in.
Your Honor, if you recall from last week, we said that if he is out of that hotel, he did not have to appear today.
Yes.
And as of Saturday, he is out.
We've received confirmation of that, Your Honor.
Case is dismissed. Without call.
State of Ohio recalls Christy Holland, case number TRC 19375, A, B, and C.
Hello?
This was a review that you were late getting here for, right?
Yeah, sorry about that, I'm calming it down. I'm gonna pay my fine off, I paid $100 a while ago, but I didn't have time to stop and cash my check, because she told me to go ahead and get here. But I already paid $100 a while ago.
I did see that. And it looks like you finished your community service. The only thing I don't see, besides, I mean, you got the fines today, is you have to go to the driver intervention program, right?
Right.
Okay, and unfortunately now there isn't one here in Lawrence County anymore.
Oh, you told me to do you told me I didn't have to do that, I forgot. You did, but West Virginia picked up and said I had to do one for them now. I'm sorry, once I pay this off, like what
Is there an order? I don't see an order. Well, maybe I did. Take me back to that entry there. Okay, you're correct. I did say going to PRO stand for the 3-day school, so the entry's confusing because it still has language about the dip school, but it also has language saying you don't have to go, so. I'll change that. Oh,
Thank you.
correct. Okay, you don't have to go. So the only thing you have to do is pay off your fine, you're done.
Okay, if I can, I'm gonna come back today and pay it off the rest of the way.
You don't have to come back anymore. I'll give you a date, but if you do that, you don't have to come back.
Okay, thank you.
September 1st.
Okay,
But if
thank
you pay
you.
it off, you don't have to be here.
I'll definitely have it paid off.
Okay, so-
That's got a big bug in us at work, so, thank gosh. You said September the 1st, but I'll have it paid on
September 1st, 9 o'clock.
Okay, huh? Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sorry about being late.
State of Ohio recalls Candace Daniel, case number CRB 18795.
Also, review hearing today, Ms. Daniels is here now, since you weren't here when she was called. You've done your community service, it's finished. You just have to pay off your funds.
Yes, sir. The last time that I was here, you did say that I could work it off, and I don't know how all that's going to work, so I was going to make a payment today.
You can work your funds off. It looks like you actually have worked some toward your fund. I've got 9 hours credit toward your funds.
I was still going to, how much is that then?
I'm showing you, she owes $220, which would be 4.5 days.
Okay.
Or you can pay it. I'll let you work fine and costs. So I'll set your next hearing for September 1st. If you get it worked off or paid off, or a combination of either one, you don't have to show up.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. That's at 9 a.m. on September 1st.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we still have Dustin Branham. Okay, Dustin Branham's 12/10/46. I texted Mr. Sowards and Mr. Cremines. Mr. Cremines is going to be representing Mr. Branham. Says he will file a motion in the case. And I gave Mr. Sowards a continuance on the bond forfeiture to August 14th, 10 o'clock. Court's adjourned.